Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and today we're going to talk about ex-NBA player Ben Gordon. Now, Ben Gordon was drafted in the NBA in 2004. He's had a pretty successful career in the NBA. You know, he played for almost 10 years, a little over 10 years actually, and was a good player. Unfortunately, in recent news, he was arrested at the LaGuardia Airport in New York for assaulting his child, his 10-year-old son. Reports have detailed that he punched his child. The child had to go to the hospital, and his ex-wife, or I'm sorry, his ex-girlfriend, who he dated between 2016 and 2020, had come out and said that it was Karen's being nosy with a father, disciplining his child, and I just thought that was just, you're not with the man anymore. What, you weren't there? Why would you make that stupid statement? Okay. It's also reports that Ben Gordon also had a restraining order again for him not to be around his kids. Okay, and why was he near his kids in an airport? Clearly something had happened in the past for him to have a restraining order against him. So I don't know why he was in the airport, and obviously we see the results of that. Okay. And the problem I have is, number one, is that, in the black community, disciplining is everything, and being tough and sparing the rod. But there's a fine line between discipline and abuse. Okay, the son had to go to the hospital. The American airline attendant witnessed this. Okay, so why would she lie? She's not being a nosy Karen. Any adult who sees a child, being violently assaulted, or seeing a child get hit with a closed fist, that's not disciplining. That's rage from the parent. That is lack of self-control. I'm all for discipline. I'm all for teaching a lesson your own children, but obviously not to that degree, in such a violent attack. I'm sure we've all been kids where our mom or dad grabbed us by the ear, or lightly popped us in the mouth when we're acting up in public, little things like that, but not a full-blown assault in an airport where there's cameras and security, employees everywhere. It's crazy. And for the ex-wife to say this, it was a nosy Karen. This woman, Ashley Banks, you weren't even there. You do a disservice to the child, the well-being of the child, to say that. You're saying that the child was going to be more traumatized by his father being handcuffed than him actually being hit. No. The child probably felt safe at that point. Black fathers got to do better. I understand that, the stigma of black fathers not being present in a lot of these young kids' lives in our community. But when we are present, we need to be better so we can stay present, and not have these stupid restraining orders near us against us, and we're not able to be around our kids, but there was a restraining order. So who knows, right? He had the kids though. So, he's also had, he's battled some mental health issues. It was reported in the Players Tribune that he did a couple years ago that he, thought about deleting himself a few times, and so he's been battling his own personal demons as well. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be near his kids, but maybe he still shouldn't be near his kids. Maybe there's a lot of things that he needs to work on personally to be the best version of himself, so he can be around his kids and not have restraining orders against him. This is just sad all the way around. It's very disappointing. Ben Gordon was a good player. When he played, he seemed like a very quiet guy, and then after he's done playing, I didn't know he had these kinds of issues going on. And I hope he gets the help he needs, and I hope his son is okay, and as a family they can get through this. But his ex-girlfriend coming out and making the statement she said doesn't help the situation at all. We need to hold each other accountable and not make excuses and just blame other communities for calling him being nosy. Yes, we have a whole list of issues when it comes to other demographics wanting to be a nosy Karen. This situation was not that at all. And we need to do better in policing ourselves and calling each other out and not making excuses for poor judgment and very gross behavior. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.